A very, very good morning and a warm welcome to all the educators. This is once again Shilpa Jain, your master trainer, welcoming all of you to day two, session one of your training program. So, yes, teachers, please use the chat box and do let me know. Here in Delhi, it's a beautiful, lovely, pleasant weather. I would like to know, like, the names are already mentioned from Kerala. Please let me know how's the weather at your place. Use the chat box and do let me know. Here in Delhi, let me tell you, awesome. The weather is awesome here. Okay, let me go through it. Good morning, my learning buddy Shweta. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Same in Noida. Okay, beautiful in Delhi. Shilpa mentioned super cool, rainy. It's raining there. Cool in Vizag. Beautiful weather. Gibbs from Punjab says a little warm there. Okay. Humid here in Kashmir. Junaid, most of the time you guys enjoy a lovely weather. Today, let us have this opportunity to enjoy this lovely weather here. It's raining, raining, raining. Same in UP, cloudy in Moradabad, rain in Pune. Okay, here the weather is too pleasant in Ernakulam. Okay, Ernakulam. Lakshmi, please unmute yourself. Is it in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka? Where is it? Lakshmi.
It's in Kerala.
It's in Kerala, and the weather is pleasant there as well. Thank you, Lakshmi. Okay, teachers. So good to know most of you are enjoying that lovely weather like me here. So without wasting a single minute, teachers, we are going to start our session. Allow me a minute. I'm going to share my screen with all of you. Here I go. Slideshow. Aswati, can you just give me a thumbs up if you're able to see the screen? Thank you, Aswati. And thank you for the beautiful smile on your face. Really loved it. Okay, teachers. So I, Shilpa Jain, once again welcome all of you to Planet Spa. We know the rules. Videos must be on. Some of the cameras are off. So humble request, kindly turn on your cameras. I will not be reminding any one of you to keep your cameras on henceforth. Ensure you're properly visible on the screen and please be presentable. With this, we are going to move ahead. Video time. Teachers, let me tell you, beautiful weather and it's a beautiful video. Rita Pearson, this is by far the best video that I've come across for educators. It has really, really transformed my journey as an educator, and I hope even you all are going to find it inspiring and motivational. So, you know the rules, keep your pen and paper ready, write down the inputs we are going to share with all of us after the video is over. Saloni, please lower down your hands. The queries would be taken towards the closing part. So please lower down your hand, Saloni. Okay, so here I go and start the video. Aswati, a thumbs up if you can.
I have spent my entire life either at the schoolhouse, on the way to the schoolhouse, or talking about what happens in the schoolhouse. Both my parents were educators. My maternal grandparents were educators. And for the past 40 years, I've done the same thing. And so needless to say, over those years, I've had a chance to look at education reform from a lot of perspectives. Some of those reforms have been good, some of them have been not so good. And we know why kids drop out. We know why kids don't learn. It's either poverty, low attendance, negative peer influences. We know why. But one of the things that we never discuss, or we rarely discuss, is the value and importance of human connection. Relationships. James Comer says that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. George Washington Carver says all learning is understanding relationships. Everyone in this room has been affected by a teacher or an adult. For years, I have watched people teach. I have looked at the best and I've looked at some of the worst. A colleague said to me one time, they don't pay me to like the kids. They pay me to teach a lesson. The kids should learn it. I should teach it. They should learn it. Case closed. Well, I said to her, you know, kids don't learn from people they don't like. She said, that's just a bunch of hooey. And I said to her, well, your year is going to be long and arduous, dear. Needless to say, it was. Some people think that you can either have it in you to build a relationship or you don't. I think Stephen Covey had the right idea. He said you ought to just throw in a few simple things, like seeking first to understand as opposed to being understood. Simple things like apologizing. You ever thought about that? Tell a kid you're sorry, they're in shock. I taught a lesson once on ratios. I'm not real good with math, but I was working on it. And I got back and looked at that teacher edition. I taught the whole lesson wrong. So I came back to class the next day and I said, look, guys, I need to apologize. I taught the whole lesson wrong. I'm so sorry. They said, that's okay, Miss Pearson. You were so excited. We just let you go. I have had classes that were so low, so academically deficient that I cried. I wondered, how am I going to take this group in 9 months from where they are to where they need to be? And it was difficult. It was awfully hard. How do I raise the self-esteem of a child and his academic achievement at the same time? One year I came up with a bright idea. I told all my students, you were chosen to be in my class because I am the best teacher and you are the best students. They put us all together so we could show everybody else how to do it. One of the students said, really? I said, really? We have to show the other classes how to do it. So when we walk down the hall, people will notice us. So you can't make noise. You just have to strut. And I gave him a saying to say, I am somebody. I was somebody when I came. I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I am powerful and I am strong. I deserve the education that I get here. I have things to do, people to impress, and places to go. And they said, yeah. You say it long enough, it starts to be a part of you. And so I gave a quiz, 20 questions. Student missed 18. I put a +2 on this paper and a big smiley face. He said, Miss Pearson, is this an F? I said, yes. He said, then why'd you put a smiley face? I said, because you on the roll. You got 2 right, you didn't miss them all. I said, and when we review this, won't you do better? He said, yes, ma'am, I can do better. You see, -18 sucks all the life out of you. +2 said, I ain't all bad. For years, I watched my mother take the time at recess to review, go on home visits in the afternoon, buy combs and brushes and peanut butter and crackers to put in her desk drawer for kids that needed to eat, and a washcloth and some soap for the kids who didn't smell so good. See, it's hard to teach kids who stink. And kids can be cruel. And so she kept those things in her desk, and years later, after she retired, I watched some of those same kids come through and say to her, you know, Miss Walker, you made a difference in my life. You made it work for me. You made me feel like I was somebody when I knew at the bottom I wasn't. And I want you to just see what I've become. And when my mama died 2 years ago at 92, there were so many former students at her funeral. It brought tears to my eyes, not because she was gone, but because she left a legacy of relationships that could never disappear. Can we stand to have more relationships? Absolutely. Will you like all your children? Of course not. And you know your toughest kids are never absent. Never. You won't like them all, and the tough ones show up for a reason. It's the connection, it's the relationships. And while you won't like them all, the key is they can never, ever know it. So teachers become great actors and great actresses, and we come to work when we don't feel like it, and we listen to policy that doesn't make sense, and we teach anyway. We teach anyway because that's what we do. Teaching and learning should bring joy. How powerful would our world be if we had kids who were not afraid to take risks, who were not afraid to think, and who had a champion? Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best that they can possibly be. Is this job tough? You betcha. Oh God, you betcha. But it is not impossible. We can do this. We're educators. We're born to make a difference. Thank you so much.
Yes, teachers. That was a video by Rita Pearson. We know, use the chat box and do let me know what you think about the video. How would you describe the video? Oh my God, Roisin Gandhi has written such a big chat. I don't know how you got so much time to write it down, Roisin. Were you listening to the video or were you busy writing it? Okay. We need to emotionally invest for passionate learning to take place. The building of relationship is what children will. Okay. It's a big one. I'll read it afterwards. Motivating, passionate, value and importance of human connection. Okay, motivating children, value and importance of human connection, taking failures in a constructive and positive way. Hemanti has mentioned that. Great. Human quotient, beautiful in so many ways. I do agree with you on this, Anurag. Beautiful, loud and clear, impactful, full of positivity, importance of relationships. Great. I am happy that even you all found this video very, very useful. And believe me, if you follow Rita Pearson's advice, your journey as educators is going to be very smooth, very easy. It would, like I always say, a walk in the park. Now, please raise your hands and share your inputs with all of us. And you remember the rules, teachers. Not everything in detail, just sum it up in the briefest of manner so that most of us get a chance. So I'll start with you, Himanshu. Good morning, Himanshu. Your input on this video, please.
Hello, good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, it is a transcript of a powerful speech by the Rita Pearson. Okay, so several points are there, but I will be mentioning the important one. First one is that the power of the relationships, like her quote of James Comer, she has just mentioned that no
James Comer.
Yes, that no significant relationship can occur without a significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. So it is capturing something essential that overlooked education reform discussions based on the curriculum and testing. Second one is the practical approach.
Okay, Himanshu, first, a very, very good point that no learning can take place without building that human connection, without building that bond, without building that rapport with your kids. So here at Planet Spark, remember I told you while discussing the role of a mentor that it is very, very important to build that trust and care. So the entire video is based on that only. Thank you, Himanshu, for your input. Shirin.
Yeah. Ma'am, I would like to talk about the positivity. Though, madam, she was saying that you will face difficult students. You will not like all your students, but still you need to keep your behavior, your thinking positive, and continue to do whatever you do on daily basis. You need to teach them. She said it is difficult, but it's not impossible. So you need to keep going at it.
Sorry to interrupt you, but do you really believe in this? That yes, it's a difficult job, but if we put our heart and soul into it, it's not impossible. Do you believe in it?
Yes, I do believe in it because it's not easy to teach anybody because everybody has their own mind and thinking capabilities. You cannot just go and say now you do this and they'll start doing it. They have their thinking, they have their mind, so they'll use it. So you need to slowly you need to change their thinking, maybe their attitude towards it, and then you'll achieve it. at first every child will be difficult, because nowadays we get the child are very the children are very smart, because we don't know many things, they already do know. So we
Completely
need
agree
to.
with you on this, Shireen. See, teachers in the traditional classroom methods, when I was a kid, if the teacher said something, we had no guts to question our teacher. Why? Because the teacher has said it. That upper hand was there. But today, it has transformed completely. The kids, they have their own perspective. Maybe you know that 6 and 9 theory? If you write 6 on the ground, you're standing on this side and the other person is standing on that side. It might look like a 6 to you, but to the student, it might look like a 9. And you cannot just say that it is 6. You have to believe me because I said that it is a 6. Being a teacher means you have to be active listeners also. Very important. Rather than good speakers, you have to be active listeners. You have to listen to the perspective of your children, then share your perspective and, brainstorm about that particular idea. Thank you, Shireen. Thank you so much. Manmeet, your input, please.
Very good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Manmeet.
Yeah, so one point which I want to cover is that because a lot of points have been covered by my colleagues. So, as she mentioned, that you need to keep your students motivated and encouraged. Like he got only two correct, one of her students, and still she put a big smile and she encouraged him, stating that you got to at least you've got two correct. So that is the way we can inculcate more, we can inculcate self-esteem in them. We can make them feel motivated and encouraged so that, okay, this time we have achieved two, next time you can achieve two more or three more. So motivation, I feel like you have to keep your students motivated and so that it helps them rise their self-esteem.
Thank you, Manmeet. We are talking about raising confident speakers, confident individuals, confident learners. And the first step towards confidence is raising the self esteem of the kids. You have to make them believe that, you can do it. Together we can do it. Rather than you can do it, if you instill this confidence in your learners that together we can do it, they'll be like, okay, we can do it because my teacher believes in me. So positive reinforcement. Minus 18 sounds so rude. Plus 2, but Rita didn't even stop at plus 2 and the smiley. She also mentioned the kids that, if we review, if we work hard, we can get
Yes.
better. That is also
Yeah.
very important. It's not that plus 2, you'll be like, okay, great, you got plus 2. Yes, you'll be doing that, but you would be motivating your child again, like I say, not to be perfect, but to become a better version of themselves each
True.
single day. That should be your motive. Never expect your kids to be perfect. Never. We are not perfect, so how can we expect our kids to be perfect? If I ask you, is
Absolutely.
there anybody who can write in the chat box that I'm perfect? Let's see. I'll be waiting for uh, 30 good seconds. Anybody who feels they are perfect, please write your name and I am perfect. I said I'll be waiting for 30 seconds. I know even if I wait for 1 hour, I won't get even a single name who is ready to say that I'm perfect. So, since we are not perfect, why do we expect our kids to be perfect? We do that, teachers. Believe me, we do that. We want our kids to behave, really well in the class and listen to everything that we say, and we forget our childhood days. How were we when we were little kids? A little naughty? That is also needed. So please, please accept the kids they are, and rather than making them perfect, your objective should be again, who would write not perfect but to use the chat box. What do I always say? Not perfect, but anybody who remembers, what do I usually say? You should not aim a better version each time. Thank you, Ashna. Thank you so much. Okay. Now I'll move towards Suvini. Suvini, your input, please.
Morning. So I really liked the essence of human quotient which was discussed in this episode, which is all about understanding and developing skills and qualities in a constantly changing world. So here we are talking about education world. She cannot go with the conventional system and the procedures. She had to invent, she had to evolve.
Hmm.
And that's how I looked at it from an educator perspective. Building relationship was a part of it, yes, but she knew, she was proactive about it. She knew what is going to happen in future if she does not take any step. So I really loved the way she discussed about the human quotient part, in short.
Very, very good, Savini. See, even in education industry, we say that if you are not updated, you are outdated. We say it very often, if you are not updated, you are outdated, obsolete. So today we cannot follow the traditional methods of teaching. Again, every time you have to change your pedagogy, you have to change your techniques, you have to change the way you teach depending on the level of the kids in the class. Correct? In traditional classroom, it is not possible. Why? Because there are 30, 35 kids in the same classroom. A teacher cannot be like, okay, if the child is not understanding, I'll repeat it 100 times, because she has to cover the curriculum also. If she doesn't cover the syllabus, she would be reprimanded by the principal or the coordinator, like whoever is there in the hierarchy, correct? But here, teachers, you have this liberty. You have this liberty to understand the level of your kids and go according to their level. Great. Bitika, your query, please. Your input, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, what I find interesting is key to be the best teacher is to build connection to the kids. Even to the one child, you may find the tough one. Like if I have to, take the subjective approach and build the emotional connection, but at the same time, I have to take the objective approach. And with the objective approach, I have to be close with the tough child also.
Very true. And she also mentioned here that teachers have to be great actors and actresses. Smriti, would you like to highlight this? Why do you think Rita mentioned that you have to be great actors and actresses?
Sometimes you have to pretend in front of kids. You cannot demotivate them that they are wrong. You have to give them positive input every time. Like when she entered in the class, she said, I am the best and you are the best. So they have to make that team bonding and then work together on things. So
Very
that's
good.
what
Very good, Smriti. See, you are not going to like all your kids. Rita very
yeah.
rightly mentioned. In a class, sometimes you'll have kids, oh my God, iski class leni hai? But
Hmm.
that should be something that is here only and here only. On your face, it should be like, oh my God, Shilpa ma'am was waiting to meet you. Since the last week, I really have a great time with you. Every child should be made to feel special by you. Whether you like them or you don't like them, at times, you have to be great actors and actresses. And not only in that situation, teachers, you may have had a very hard day. Maybe you had a fight with your spouse or an argument with your kids. That should be outside the class only. When you come to the class, that happy face should be there on your face. Thank you. Pitika, please lower down your hand. Smriti, please lower down your hand. Sunana, your input, please.
Yeah, when she mentioned that learning and teaching should bring joy, like when you are enjoying the lessons you are teaching your kids, then only you will be able to tell what you're trying to tell the kid. Like it shouldn't be like they are paying me, I should be teaching them something. So this shouldn't go on. So you should enjoy while you're teaching kids, and in this way you will get innovative ideas. Like if a child is tough enough, we get with some ideas of how to teach them and how they are going to understand things if we take everything in a positive way.
Lovely point again mentioned by Sanana. I was waiting for somebody to bring up this point because this is the core essence for me of this entire video, that learning and teaching both should be a joyful experience. When you are in a class, your kids should be enjoying, and even you should be enjoying the session. And that's what I usually do. Even I do that. I make sure that you all are like, not that theoretical knowledge, slide se padha do, kar do, boring kar do. Try to have some innovative ideas to make your classes engaging as well as informative. A balance of both is needed. It's not that fun filled class, because fun filled, so you can play games, and the kid would be very happy, talk about superheroes, but it has to be informative also. So the balance of information and knowledge with fun is the right balance that we look at Planet Spark. And thank you, Sunana. Teaching and learning both should be a joyful experience. Rima, I have a question for you. Here, Rita mentioned that every child deserves a champion. Would you like to throw some more light on this? Okay.
Good morning, ma'am.
Rima, please raise your hand first. You have lowered your hand. Please raise your hand. Yes, go ahead, Rima.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hmm.
Yes, I believe that every child is. Ma'am, once again, just repeat the question.
Okay. Rita mentioned that every child deserves a champion. What are your views on these? Who's that champion? What kind of champion is she talking about? Why do they deserve a champion? Whatever you think about this.
Yeah, ma'am. Every child is a champion, according to Rita. What she was telling that because every child has his own habit, own ability,
Okay,
everything.
I'll come to you, Rima. The question is not that every child is a champion. The statement was every child deserves a champion. Anybody who would wave your hands, most of the hands are raised. Please wave your hand who would like to answer this particular. Okay, Ketki, we'll go with you only since you are in the list. Yes.
Good morning, ma'am. Actually, what I could understand with the statement of hers that every child deserves a champion is that basically, if I look upon it, because I still am a student, and what I want as what I want for a teacher to be in front of me is that he should be somebody who is ready to do anything for me, who would go to any lengths to explain any concept to me, who would give his best. He would achieve his championship in giving me what I need.
Wow, Ketki has explained it from the perspective of a student rather than an educator. Good, Ketki. She wants her educator to be the champion in her life. Somebody who would leave no stone unturned to teach that concept to the child. Somebody who would never give up on their child. That is very, very important. You should never give up on your learners. Only then you can be the champion in their lives. And yes, every child deserves a champion. And who is going to be that champion? Ketki, Neetu, Sheetal, Mercy, Rasika. HP sir, rename yourself today. Sir, HP, kindly rename yourself. I don't want you to address as Sir HP. So kindly rename. Sir, please unmute yourself. HP sir, unmute yourself. I think. Sir, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Sir, you need to rename yourself. You have logged in with the name of HP and I don't know your name, so kindly rename yourself, sir.
Myself DK Pandey. I am not SP.
I know you are not HP, sir. I know you are. Now you have introduced your name that you are DK Pandey. But
Yes,
since it is written HP, sir, it becomes difficult for me to remember the name of 150
Okay.
participants.
Okay.
So kindly rename yourself. That's a
Okay.
humble request
Right.
from my side.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I want to add something about the recent lecture which I held today. The teacher should build up a emotional relationship with the students, and the strength or weakness of each and every student should be taken as a bottom line before going forward about the teaching of the students.
Very good. And that is what we learned yesterday. Remember the 5 pillars? I told you this would help you to have that baseline evaluation.
Yes.
Okay, that your child is at this level. He is good at his body language, or we need to work on his voice modulation. That is why we discussed the 5 pillars of public speaking to have that baseline assessment of our learners. Okay.
In addition, the teacher has to develop a sense of confidence in the student that he has the potential. He has the potential to do excel in life.
Thank you.
That's the
Every
way.
child is a champion, and you just need to give them this reassurance that yes, I believe in you and you can do it. Now I'll go to Neetu.
Ma'am,
Neetu, yes, Ketki.
Ma'am, I have a real life example with that. Can I
Okay.
just share it for
Please go
everyone?
ahead. Please go. I really, look forward to real life experiences and examples so that we all get a clarity on this. Go ahead, Kate.
2 years ago, I taught in a coaching, and there was a child who was not really good in studies, and he was not even interested. He didn't wanted to study. It was just his parents who literally sent him to the coaching. But he was not that kind of students like who just like want to play and the gangster types. He was not
Gangster
interested in
types.
studying. Trust me, he was always, you'll see him fighting and doing something wrong or other. But I was his teacher. I taught him bio and maths. I was the teacher of it. So I like you won't believe, and I trust me, I didn't had any idea that I could see that in a child. I continuously kept poking him, and very in a sweet, gentle way. Did you learn it today? Did you learn it today? And he was like, nay, nay, nay. But after a certain period of time, I think after 2 months, I didn't imagine. I asked him a question, and he narrated all of the answer to me. It was the complete digestive system. He was a student of 10th, so that's a very vast
Topic there.
topic, and I was so impressed. I was like, okay, finally it did happen, and he actually did score good in his boards also. So that was a very
Great,
proud
Preeti.
moment for
See,
me.
teachers, again, you have to give some space to the learners. Every child would be a unique child, a different child with their own learning pace. You have to first empathize with your learners. Very important. Try to put yourself into the shoes of your learners. We always expect the kids to be in ourselves. I've heard the teacher saying a number of times, when you will be a teacher now, you'll understand how difficult it is to manage a class. Okay, you want your kids to be in your place. Have you ever imagined and put yourself into the kid's place? Maybe the kid is trying his best. Maybe the kid is trying to understand it, but he's struggling to do that. Correct? So always empathize with your learners. Try to find out what is the root cause that they are not paying attention. Maybe they're not finding your classes interactive, engaging. Adjust your methods and your techniques according to the level of the child. Again, I'm going to repeat that. Okay. Now, please lower down your hands. I'll be asking you certain questions. If you know the answers, then raise your hand. Please lower down your hands, everyone, teachers.
Ma'am, I would like to add one point.
Okay, Neetu, go ahead.
Ma'am, I want to elaborate on a point. Kids do not learn from people whom they don't like.
I was about to ask this question, Neetu, so please go ahead.
Okay. So in my experience, if as a child, I do not like someone, it will hamper my mental creativity. I won't be able to be more creative in my work, and it's like a forceful way of teaching someone. And it's one of the traditional way. Like, I remember when I was in my school, I had a teacher. She used to taught me social science. She was very strict. She used to punish people, those who didn't learn at that time. So from that time to this time, I know I will not study social science because that has become my phobia.
See, Neetu, I would like to cut you short here. Now she's not saying that she did not like the social studies teacher. She has come to the conclusion that she doesn't like social studies. How synonymous this is. If you like a teacher, you develop a love for that particular subject. If you don't like the teacher, you start hating the subject. Not just the teacher, but the subject that she's taking care of. Thank you. Sorry, Neetu. I'm so sorry, Neetu. Let's understand that we have a lot to cover. Thank you, but thank you. I like how you all want to share your inputs. That's really, really commendable, teachers. But please try and please try and put yourself into my shoes here. I'm requesting you that we have a topic to cover. Okay. Next, she also mentioned that when her mother died, what happened? Who would like to explain this? Shireen, go ahead.
All her past students had come to her funeral, so that made her emotional. That uh, not for her mother's demise, but that all her past students are coming because she had built such a relationship with them that they are feeling sorry about her mother's loss. So they have come to attend the funeral because of the relationship that she maintained all her life.
Very, very good. See, teachers, Your role as a teacher does not only start and end in the classroom, it goes beyond that. And remember, the kids, they are all grown ups now. I'm talking about Rita Pearson's mother's learners, correct? They are grown up. But when she died, Rita mentioned a line that I had tears in my eyes, not because my mother was gone, but because she has left a legacy behind her. That is the kind of impact that you should be having on your learners. Not just, okay, 165 classes with Planet Spark. By that time, they are sending you good morning, happy Diwali, Merry Christmas. But believe me, teachers, my kids, whom I catered to 1 year ago, still today I'm in constant touch with them. Whenever they struggle anywhere, till today, yesterday only it happened. One of my previous learners, she had a debate competition and she called me and said, Ma'am, I'm going to send you the video. Kindly please check it if I need to work on my voice modulation or something like that. I had a very busy day. To be honest, teachers, a very busy day yesterday. But what did it take me? Just 5 minutes to evaluate the video. Just 5 minutes. I did that, and the parents and the child, they were all very happy and like, Ma'am, thank you so much. You're so good. Though you're not his or her teacher right now, but thank you so much for taking that extra mile and helping. And what did it take me? Just 5 minutes, teachers. Okay. So that is what you all should be learning, not just within the classroom, but the connection should be such that when they are not your students, then also they should be like, okay, I had a ma'am, Kate Key ma'am. She made a huge difference in my life. She made me believe that I am somebody. She made me believe that I can do it. That is the kind of impact that you all are going to create on your learners. Okay, teachers, please lower down your hands now. We have taken a lot of time to discuss this particular video, but it was necessary, it was important because these are the real things that are going to help you to have a good relationship with your learners. Okay, our norms, we know the norms: on time, all the time, participate actively, open to learning, and please take notes. This is going to be our agenda opening. Instead of 15 minutes, we have taken a lot of time, but don't worry, teachers. Then today we are going to observe the senior demo PPT. Then exactly at 11:20, a break of 10 minutes. You all know the rules by now. You'll log out at 11:20 from this link. Join the next link immediately. Mic off, camera off, break of 10 minutes. Then in the second part, we are going to understand how to use our body language and voice to build a relationship with the learners. And towards the closing, your queries would be taken up. So first part is, what are the different teacher actions that will help us to build a strong relationship with the students? So teachers, let me tell you again that a demo class is for 1 hour. What is the duration of the demo class? 1 hour. How it is divided? First 45 minutes, you are going to interact with the child along with the parents. The activities, the agenda, the objective of the class would be fulfilled. The last 15 minutes, you would be interacting with the parents and telling them, what do we offer at Planet Spark? What is our curriculum? How do we bring that transformation? Explaining the concept of Planet Spark to the parents. So today we are going to see the first 45 minutes where you would be interacting with the learner. Last 15 minutes, that would be covered on day 4. How to interact with the parents, that is a separate topic and that would be covered on day 4. That is Thursday. So which hats do you think we will be wearing today? Please use the chat box. We are going to interact with the kid. So which hats? Hats. Teacher, hats is written there. Hat or hats, but let me tell you, it's hats. Which hats do you think we would be wearing today? Friend, okay, but the 3 hats, mentor and facilitator. Very good, teachers. Remember the 3 hats? The 3 hats are mentor, facilitator, influencer. And I told you, influencer is a part that we play with the parents. So the 2 hats that we are going to wear today or during this first 45 minutes of the demo are those of a mentor and a facilitator. Now, moving ahead, very, very important information, teachers. Don't take a screenshot because there are certain changes. please write it down on a piece of paper. This is a very important information because when you will be picking up a demo from your demo pool page, the grade of the child would be mentioned. And everybody cannot be taught the same thing. Like a learner who is in class KG, you cannot teach the same thing that you are going to teach to a class 8 student. Correct? So we have categorized our learners into 3 categories. What are the 3 categories? The first category is the junior category. That includes learners from KG to class 3. Here it is written 1, but it should be KG to class 3. That is our junior category. Then comes our senior category, class 4 to class 12. Grade 4 to grade 12 comes under our senior category. And anybody who's beyond that, like maybe college students, housewives, corporate professionals, they all come under our grown-up category, or we also call it the adult category. 3 categories: junior, senior, grown-up or adult. Junior category, KG to 3. Senior, 4 to 12. Grown-up, beyond that. Anybody who's beyond class 12, they come under our grown-up category or the adult category. So here, today we are going to cover the senior category. Tomorrow we will be covering the junior category. And on Friday, another mentor would be covering your grown-up category. So senior category teachers, here you will see that there are 2 PPTs. One for the Indian student, one for the international or the global students. Everything is same in both the PPTs. There is only a slight difference that in Indian PPT, a video of Ovia Singh would be shown to all of you because she's an Indian. And in global PPT, it would be replaced by a video of Greta Thunberg. You'll understand it. So we are going to cover only the Indian PPT. But if you have international students, you would be opening up the international PPT for them. And only difference is instead of Ovia's video, Greta's video is there. When we come to that particular slide, again, I'll remind you. So the topic that we are going to cover today is the senior category. So are you all ready to witness a PS classroom? I know. Yes, you all are ready. I'll be skipping these 2 slides. They are not needed right now. Okay. But before we witness a classroom, please take a screenshot. These are the different segments of a demo class. Everything is very structured here. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to learn is the context setting. How to set the context, how to break that ice. Then introduction to public speaking skills. Then we would be teaching the child how to deliver a speech, then how to write a speech, and then the final showcase. We are going to dive deep into each and every part. Please take a screenshot of this. Okay, so the first part is context setting. I want all of you to watch this video and take down any important points that you feel that are worth writing down. Otherwise, I'll be sharing it towards the end also.
Will we begin?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Teachers, I would be increasing the playback speed. I usually do that in all my classes and it is easily comprehensible. So I'm increasing the playback speed a little here.
Okay, amazing. Just allow me a second to share my screen. And here we go. Yes. Okay. So yes, so I think we are all set. We have joined from laptop. I can see all of you there in one frame. And let's just, ensure that we are there to interact, right? So don't worry, keep yourself off.
I'm so sorry.
We cannot see the presentation yet. If you are presenting.
Just a minute. Teachers, please use the chat box and do let me know. Are you able to see the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Shagun, on top of your screen, you'll see Shilpa Jain's screen. Kindly click there and you'll be able to see the video. Okay. Mercy, your hand is raised. Anything that I can help you with?
Yes, was this in the self-session?
Yes. A clipping of it was in the self-session as well. But not everything, just a part of it. We are going to see the entire demo today.
We can talk whenever you have any questions. Just feel free to say. Just all of us are only here, so feel free, okay? And yes, so let's get started. So a question for you, Tia, to start with. What do you see on the screen? Can you read this out loud?
Become a confident public speaker.
Wow, and I like how confidently you read it out. Very good. So what do you mean by a confident public speaker, Tia?
Why we mean by a confident public speaker, like we can speak confidently in front of public, in front of everyone.
Yeah, that's correct. Like without any hesitation, and just like when we are there out in front of a public, large audience, then also we can speak. Absolutely. Do you want to become a confident public speaker?
Yes, I want to become a confident.
Yes, amazing. All right. So that's why we are here today. And I'm pretty sure that towards the end of the class, you would have created something of your own. We'll come to what that is and also present it in front of everyone. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I know, ma'am, we spoke on phone, right, earlier. So I know you know me. Let me quickly introduce myself for everyone. So my name is Ishita and I'm your learning buddy, Tia, for today. I will help you learn. We are going to have a lot of fun here today. That's why buddy. And for your parents, I will be helping both of you to identify Tia's strengths today. Okay, like what is it that she already has, and how can we just leverage those skills so that she becomes that confident public speaker? And yes, I welcome all of you to this session, and looking forward to have a lot of fun learning time. Two things that I'm going to request all of us here to operate with. Tia, can you read out the first one, please?
Okay. Speak up. Ask chair.
Yes. So what do you think speak up means?
It means that we should speak and interact with you.
Yes, definitely interact with me. And how we will do that is whenever, we have an idea, we will share it with everyone. And whenever you have a question, you want to ask a doubt, feel free to ask it. Or even if not a doubt, you are curious to learn something, then also ask a question. Okay? All right. Okay. And second one, let's ask your mom to read. Yes, Ms. Anuradha, can you read the second one, please?
Yeah. Second one is high energy. Use hands, face, eyes, and voice at all times.
Yes, thank you so much. I feel like energy in the room is already high, so I'm loving that. Let's, maintain that energy throughout so that we can have all the fun. And one request that whenever we are speaking, you would have seen me that I'm using my hands, I'm making some expressions, right? So whenever we are speaking, I would want all of us to try to use our hands, our face, our eyes, and voice effectively at all times. Can we do that?
Yes.
Yes. Amazing. Love it. Okay. Okay, now you know something about me, right? I would want you all to also introduce yourself. So let's try with first Tia. So Tia, here are some of the sentences. You can use these sentences to, share a bit about yourself, and then we'll also hear from your parents.
Okay. Yeah. My name is Tia Agarwal.
Mm-hmm.
I am 11 years old.
Okay.
I am in grade 6.
Nice. Okay.
In my free time, I like to do drawing.
Oh, nice. Okay. And
I like to do Python.
Python? Are you serious? Python coding?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm learning it.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. I tried learning coding when I was young, and I was like, oh my God, what is all these things? Sometimes the syntax would go wrong and something or the other would happen. Does that happen with you also? You're like, do you, are you always correct with your syntax? Or you're...
Sometimes it happens.
Sometimes it happens. Then how do you solve it?
By rechecking the code again.
Nice. I feel like you must be very patient then, because it requires a lot of patience. And that is also telling me one more thing about you, that you are very careful maybe, because coding also requires attention to detail. So that's interesting, Tia. Is that correct, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. See, so something that I wasn't when I was young, that's why I can identify this in Tia. Great. Thank you so much, Tia. Maybe, you can teach me Python and I can also learn something from you in our classes. All right.
Teachers, I have a question for all of you here. Here, the name of the learner is Tia and the name of the educator is Ishita. So I'll be addressing them as Tia and Ishita only. When Tia mentioned that in my free time, I love drawing and to do Python, what do you think Ishita did and why do you think she did that? Rasika, please go ahead. Rasika, maintain the right camera angle.
Am I correct now? Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, Ishita actually helped. She boosted Tia because obviously, if I want to build a relationship with you, I have to first admire you, inspire you. Okay, you're doing something very great. It will boost a confidence in you so that you will connect me in a much better way. So I feel that is a very good approach and that should be followed in every sort of relationship if you want to build a longer one. That actually boosted Tia. Okay, I'm doing something great.
Thank you, Rasika. She's just trying to build that rapport, to build that connection. And the first thing that she did was that positive reinforcement. Oh my God, you're doing this? That's so good of you. Any adjectives, Kiran, that you remember just by Python? Ishita used a number of adjectives for Tia. Any adjective that you remember?
Mm, not exactly, but what I observed, she was proud and she was surprised actually that she gave emphasis on that she was learning Python. So, as ma'am rightly said, that she was boosting the child. So that was a good reinforcement. And adjectives, to be very frank, I don't remember. I have to recall once again.
No worries. Most of the teachers have already given the answers in the chat box. Patient, creative, attentive, So
Yeah.
see, just by Python, the teacher is here giving her 100% to build that connection, to appreciate the child. While discussing 5 pillars, again, I mentioned rather than focusing on the areas of improvement, first we need to find out the strengths of our learners. And that is what Ishita is exactly doing. And not only that, Ishita also mentioned that when I was young, I tried learning Python, but I failed or I was not successful in doing that. So maybe towards the end, you can teach me something about Python. So here she's not trying to dominate the class. She's not trying to have that upper hand in the class. She's trying to treat the learner as an equal partner. Like I mentioned, the concept of learning buddy is truly, truly emphasized here by Ishita. That, when I did Python, all my syntax would go wrong. So maybe you can help me. So that is very important, teachers. The slide is there. If the child mentions, I like doing this, please ask some follow-up questions or try to build that connection here. Context setting is nothing but the ice breaking to build a strong relationship with your learners. It could be in any way. If the child is showing you, like with the little learners, you'll face this problem. They'll be like, ma'am, wait. I need to show you my new ball that my father bought, yesterday for my birthday. It's okay. Let them show it to you. What is our motive? To teach them body language, public speaking skills. You can do it with that also. Forget about the slides in that case. If the child is really excited to show the ball, okay, can you tell me some 5 lines about this ball? Go ahead and do that. No need to go through each and every slide. Again, I'm telling you, if the child wants to express, welcome it, let them express themselves. Because what is the objective of the class? To make them confident speakers. So it is not necessary कि अगर story करा रहे हो तो बच्चे को वो story ही बोलनी है. If he wants to share his own story, welcome the child and let him or her allow to share the story with you. Thank you, teachers. So again, Python means not just Python, but it was a door or a way for Ishita to build that relationship with the learners. Please lower down your hands. Again, I'm going to resume the video.
Okay, and now I would request both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal, to also, introduce yourselves and just a little bit about why you are here. What would you want for TIA?
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go first. My name is Manish Arya, and I work for Publicis Sapient. I am a tech professional.
Oh, amazing.
My daughter has an inclination towards coding.
I can see where it is coming from.
So I'm here because I want my child to be not just confident in public speaking, but feel confident within, so that she can express herself at any given platform, be it a social platform, be it a chat with friends, and in a social circle or in a small circle, she can express herself freely.
Amazing.
I can help my child by all I know is coding and IT, so all I can help her with that. But certainly, I'm looking forward for you to take care of my child so that she can be confident in the public.
Definitely. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I think, as you rightly mentioned, these are the skills that are required in today's world. And I really liked how you mentioned, not just confident from outside, but within, and that also means that Tia should be comfortable with who she is and get able to express in the outside world. Thank you so much, Mr. Manish. And Ms. Anuradha, would you also want to share?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Anuradha, and I'm a manager working with a company, and I'm here because I want my child to become definitely a public speaker. And yes, she is very good in imagination. So if you give any word to her, so she can express herself. But I want that to explore more in herself. So I can help my child by supporting her in each and everything. So obviously, being a mother, I can support her. So
that's the biggest thing the parents can do, just supporting them in whatever they want to be, whoever they want to be. So that's the most important thing. And okay, now I see why she also likes to draw. You said she's very creative and has good imagination. Interesting. So wow, Tia, I'm learning so much about you even when I'm talking to your parents. Great. All right. So let me, also share some quick context. I know both of you were asking that, why you both have to be here. So let me now share the reason. Of course, I said that, we will be having activities where both of you would also be engaged. But at the same time, we will also, like two things that we will be doing specifically for both of you is one, share Tia's unique strengths and future opportunities via Planet Spark. And B, we would also be guiding you on, how can we personalize Tia's learning path. We believe a lot on personalization of the learning process in order to ensure that, whatever that goal that you just shared with me, that you want for Tia, how can we achieve that goal? Yeah, so this is what we will be doing throughout the session. And of course, towards the end, we will have detailed discussion. Yeah. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, not yet.
All right. Okay. Okay. And as we begin, so this is another role that both of you would be playing. So Tia, we will be having a lot of activities and games, which I've been saying, right? Now, whenever you feel that you need some help and you are stuck in the game, so you have two lifelines. And who are these lifelines? Can you please read it out?
How to use Lifeline. Your parents are your lifeline. Shout Lifeline whenever you need help.
Yeah. So,
teachers, a question for you. When you hear the word lifeline, which reality show comes to your mind? Please use the chat box and do let me know. KBC, Kaun Banega Crorepati. Why I'm asking this question? Because this lifeline word is very, very important. We are going to have a discussion around this also.
Whenever you are stuck, your two lifelines are present just sitting adjacent to you, okay? So your parents are your lifelines today in the game. So whenever you need help, you can choose that, you have two lifelines and both your mom and dad are here. So you can choose whose help do you want and, they can.
Shireen, there's a request. Whenever the video is playing, teachers, your hand should not be raised. Thank you, Shireen.
Help you out. Yeah. Okay.
So teachers, that was the context setting. Let me tell you that this is an ideal classroom. Now, what do I call it, or why do I call it an ideal classroom? The reason is that both the parents are present in the class and the learner had joined with a laptop. That is the ideal situation that we need for a classroom. But every time we won't be having this ideal situation. So don't worry, we are going to discuss everything around it. But why is it ideal situation? Because both the parents are there and the learner had joined with a laptop. Now, in the context setting, let's see what happened in context setting. Point number one, which is a very, very important point for context setting, is that you have to ensure that both the parents are there in the class and they have joined with a laptop. After that, Ishita welcomed the learner and the parents to the class and she shared the norms. Then she got to know more about the child and the parent through their introduction. What are the parents looking for? And then she shared the class agenda and create some excitement. Now, a question for all of you teachers. I told you that at Planet Spark, we want the ideal situation is both the parents and they should join with a laptop. Who would like to tell me why do we need both the parents in the class? What is the purpose of having both the parents present in the class? Kirti, please go ahead. 1 point each. There are many reasons. I wanted to mention just 1 point. I'm so sorry, Kirti, you're not audible to us. I'll have to move to Rasika. Check your mic settings. I'll get back to you. Rasika, please.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I think the first and foremost reason is they are the stakeholders. So
Rasika is like, I will not, beat around the bush and I'll cut to the chase directly. They are the stakeholders. They are the decision makers. If both of them are there in the class, the process would be sped up, correct? No gap would be there. Very good. Vipra, any other reason other than this?
Good morning, ma'am. So the parents have to be there because there are activities and they will be involved in those activities.
Very good. The activities. And one example of that was the lifeline. Remember the slide that your parents are your lifeline. So our activities are designed in such a way that we need the involvement of not only the kid, but the involvement of parents also. Okay. So Naina?
They can build a relationship with the teacher and see how the teacher is keenly interested in their child and how is she teaching.
Very good. They would get to experience the class and that would help them to make their decision faster. Okay. What are the methods that we are using? How good the teacher is? How she's giving her 100% to bring that transformation in the learner. Okay. Now, everyone, please lower down your hands. Please lower down your hands.
Ma'am, I have a question here. Although I understand that I'm Kirti, ma'am.
Okay,
So
Kirti.
I understand that parents are there and they are there as stakeholders, as well as they can see that the child is having fun and learning as well. But isn't it an added like responsibility from our side to impress them as well?
It is.
With the
It
child,
is,
so
Kirti.
that
It
feels
is.
like an
It
added responsibility.
It is, Kirti. I'll tell it very strongly that not only the kids, you have to impress the parents also. That is why I told you the role of an influencer. Correct? And don't worry, our activities are designed in such a way when you'll see the entire demo, you'll be like, I don't have to put any extra efforts. The activities are designed in such a way that yes, the parents are going to be impressed, Kirti. And yes, it is your responsibility, added responsibility to impress the parents as well, Kirti. Okay, because ultimately the child might really love your classes, but he's not going to take the financial decisions. Ultimately, it's the parents who are going to take that financial decision. Okay,
So we
and
have to work harder on our demos
at
and
Planet Spark, believe me, Kirti, not only at Planet Spark, education is such an industry where you can't be like, okay, I have 1 hour, so I'll dedicate this 1 hour and I'll get my payout. No, until and unless you are passionate about, dedicated about what you're doing, you won't be able to excel at Planet Spark, especially at Planet Spark. Traditional classrooms, I don't know, but here you have to give it your all. That energy. And what is that all? Just the energy and that smile on your face to build that connection. Otherwise, everything else would be done by the content that we have prepared for you. You don't have to work hard on that. What you really need to work on is to build that relationship and to have that smile on your face, please. Okay? Now, I want Suvini, please raise your hand. Suvini, please raise your hand. Kirti, mute yourself, please. Okay. So, Suvini, you are married?
Yes,
Okay. So, imagine you have a son or a daughter?
I have two daughters,
2 daughters. Can I know the age of your elder one?
10 years and 3 years.
10 years. So imagine you are the parent, you have booked a demo for your daughter who is 10 years old, correct? And I was the educator for your little one. You alone attended the session. Your husband was not there in the session due to some reasons. Okay, you attended the session with your daughter. What's the name of your daughter? So Vinny, I hope you don't mind asking me that.
No, not at all. Her name is Anaya.
Anaya. Okay, so maybe I conducted a session with Anaya and Suvini was there, but Mr. Suvini was not there. Why should we always address wives as Mrs. Manish? Okay, so Mr. Suvini was not there in the class. You really enjoyed the class. Anaya really enjoyed the class. You really liked how the demo was there, the context and everything, the content. You loved it. Now, towards the end of those 45 minutes, as an educator, I'll be asking you a question. So, Suvini ma'am, when do you think you would be starting your regular classes? Tell me the honest response that you would be
I'll
giving
have
me.
to consult once with my husband and I'll come back to you on that.
See, the process is delayed here because Suvini, though she loved the classes, but she's going to tell me, ma'am, I need to discuss it with my husband and then I'll get back to you. Now, Suvini, imagine I'm your husband, okay? You seem to be a very aware parent, but we know teachers in India still 60% of the parents are not that aware about education. Okay. So try to be that less aware parent who is not very eloquent, who cannot express herself really well. Okay. Try to do that role play. Now I'm your husband. I come back home and you have to tell me that you want your daughter to be enrolled with Planet Spa. How would you do that, Suvini? Suvini, today Anaya had a class. How was it?
There was a teacher and she started off with some introduction. I couldn't pay much attention because the younger one was shouting at the back. And then she went on to play some games that I just overlooked, and somehow I could relate that in the video. Anaya was interested and she was continuously talking to the teacher. Then the teacher, she asked me whether I'll be interested. I told her very clearly, I'll first ask you if you're interested, then we will get the admission
Now,
done.
Suvini, the hard work that I put for those 45 hours as an educator, do you think you were able to do that justice? Do you think you were able to pass on the same experience to your husband? All Suvini said was introduction tha, then there were certain games, and then teacher asked me that when would you like to enroll. So that is why we need both the parents in the class. If Mr. Suvini would have been there, he would have experienced the class himself. He would have got to know that in just 45 minutes, my child learnt a great deal about body language. When we go through the slides, even you'll come to know that this 45 minutes also is adding a lot of value to the learner. Correct? A lot of value is added in just 45 minutes. So, to avoid this confusion, to avoid this gap, we need both the parents in the class. Okay? Thank you, Suvini. Please lower down your hands. Now, the second question. We want them to join with a laptop. What could be the possible reasons that we want them to join with a laptop and not a mobile phone? Raise your hands. Rasika, one reason.
All can be visible at the same time. Better to talk.
Very good. Mobile, the camera angle is very small, and here we'll be having 3 participants. The laptop would give us that wider camera angle. Great. Sunana?
It would be hassle-free. Like if you are joining from a phone, you should be passing on the phone to each and every participant, and it would be time-consuming too.
Very good. And not only time consuming, imagine. Okay, ma'am. This is what happens when you join with a camera, correct? Mobile phone. And the learner is like, ma'am, wait, I want to show you my balcony. Ma'am, wait, I want to show the new plants that my father has, put in the garden. So the child would be running around the entire house holding the camera the phone camera in his or her hand. So that is yet another reason. Laptop, that stability is there, consistency is there. Okay, Tabinda, any other reason?
Yes, ma'am. Morning. My reason is that they will be able to see the slides on the bigger screen. They will be able to read it clearly. From the smaller screen, they will have like peek like this, what is written, what is there, and then it will be disturbing for all of them.
Very good. Our activities are designed in such a way that the kid needs to look at the screen and read out from the screen. So imagine the kid, ma'am, can you zoom it a little bit? I cannot zoom
cannot
it
see
because
it.
I'm using a phone. I don't know how to zoom it. Correct? So that is why, because the child would be required to read from the screen, we need a wider camera angle. Okay? Meenakshi, any other reason? Teachers, if your reasons are covered, please lower down your hands. New points to add, keep your hands raised. Yes, Meenakshi.
It is easy for both the parties to understand and look at the screen properly, and teacher is also very comfortable to deliver and to give all the detailed information to the parents. Otherwise, with the phone, she will not be able to clearly instruct the things to the parents, and also she will not be able to see the parents reaction as the screen is very small.
Okay. So yes, wider camera angle, it is not only helpful for the teacher, but see, what are you going to teach them? You're going to teach them about hand gestures, the body language. And if the camera screen is very small for the learner, if they are using the hand gestures, you will not be able to see it. If you are using the hand gestures, they might miss it out. Correct? So again, the wider camera angle. Okay. Astra, anything else?
Yes, ma'am. Both the parents are involved in deciding whether to enroll the child.
No. The question is not for the parents right now. It's about the laptop, Asra. We are discussing why we need a laptop and not a mobile phone. No
For
one?
better engagement.
Better engagement. Okay. Shagun?
Suppose if there is some activity where the child has to type something or write something, then it's more friendly with the laptop.
Okay, but in demo classes, we don't ask the child to write something, or that is not there in demo. In regular classes, yes, it is. But right now, this is not valid here. Another point that you guys are missing, or maybe some of you have written in the chat box, is a lot of distraction on mobile phone. Imagine the learner is taking a class and tring, 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 tring. Ma'am, wait, there is a call. I need to attend this call. or the WhatsApp notifications. Imagine the learner is in the midst of maybe delivering a story and that WhatsApp notification pops up and he'll be distracted. He'll lose his chain of thoughts. So that is why we need the learners to join with a laptop and not a mobile phone. You all have given me all the reasons. What should I be teaching you? There's nothing to teach you. Okay, but let's see what can we learn. Please lower down your hands, teachers. Please, please, please. Okay. So why do we, these are the reasons why we want both the parents and to join with the laptop. But there might be a lot of challenges also, teachers. Like I mentioned, every time you will not get that ideal situation. The challenges could be the learner has not joined from a laptop, or sometimes with this work from home culture going on, both the parents are at home, but one parent is busy, or only one parent is there at home, or sometimes the parents they do not want to sit through the entire class. In that case, how can you convince the parents? That is what we are going to see with the help of this video. But please listen to me very carefully, teachers. This is a video that is made just for the training purpose. Okay? Why? Because let's see, you have a class from 5 to 6 and another demo session from 6 to 7. So you cannot waste a lot of time in saying that, okay, you have not joined with the laptop, I'll wait. Okay, sir is not there, please go and call him, I'll wait. This would compromise a lot of the learning time. So ideally, the context setting part, that is setting the expectations, it has to be done during the slot confirmation call. Remember I told you about the slot confirmation call, that once you pick up the demo, then you need to make a slot confirmation call. During that time only, you are going to tell the parents that we want both of you to join the session and we want you to join with the laptop, so that the problem that Ishita is facing right now, you guys don't face in the demo class. 45 minutes to interact. If you waste 10 to 15 minutes in just asking them to join with the laptop, asking or convincing both the parents, a lot of learning time would be compromised. So let's watch this video first and please write down the convincing reasons that Ishita would be giving the parents.
Okay. Hi, Tia. Hi. Hi, Tia. I can't see you. Can you please switch on your video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, hi, Tia. Hi, Ms. Anuradha. We spoke.
Hi, ma'am. Hi.
You've joined from phone. Okay. So thank you so much, first of all, for, being on time for the session. Very glad to see you both. Just one request. Can we, do you have a laptop device at home?
Yes, ma'am, we have, but it is a little busy. Actually, my younger daughter is doing something on the laptop.
Oh, okay. Is she attending any class or just working on it?
No, just to paint and all, but she's small, so maybe she'll not give.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why we have joined the phone.
Okay, I understand. Though I would have to request you to, please join from the laptop. Reason being that, we will be playing a lot of activities and Tia would have to read out from the slides. So, from phone, it will become very difficult. And also, I would love to see both of your faces, like complete faces. Right now, I can see sometimes half of Tia, half of you. So it would be great if you can, join from a laptop. So it's okay. Take your time. Don't worry, I'm here only. You can go convince your younger daughter. And yeah.
Ma'am, थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है ना उसको मनाना. So, okay, give me just 5 minutes and we'll try to log in through laptop.
Sure. Don't worry. Take your time. I'm here only. Yeah.
Okay. So, हम log out कर दें यहाँ से?
हाँ जी. आप phone से log out कर.
So see how Ishita convinced, but again, to avoid this, the wastage of the learning time, we are going to do this during the slot confirmation call. So how to convince the parents to join for the laptop? Please take a screenshot, teachers. The reasons are mentioned here. Kavya, please lower down your hand. Number 1, the child would be required to read from the screen. We have already discussed this. The activities are designed in such a way where you would be using your hand gestures, and on phone camera, it would be difficult to see that. Thirdly, 3 participants would be there and the phone camera will not give me enough space to see all of you. These are the convincing reasons. The second point, where the mother has joined, but the father was not willing to join the session. In that case, how Ishita would be convincing. Let's watch this video.
See, you have joined from phone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Anuradha. Thanks, Tia. And see, now I can see both of you together on a bigger screen. So, of course, the experience would also be better. So, thank you so much. I hope your younger daughter didn't feel bad that we took the laptop from her.
She is just right away.
Oh, she's there only. Oh, okay. No, I'll apologize to her later for sure. Okay, great. Okay, I just wanted to confirm one more thing, that whether your husband would also be joining us. Like he would.
Actually, he is busy with his calls, so
Okay.
अभी possible नहीं हो पाएगा. Can we start? So he will join in between if it is possible.
So actually, we will be doing a lot of activities in the session only today. Whenever there are a lot of activities, our class is not just designed for a child. We also try to engage parent. That's one of the reason. And second, it's also an opportunity for both of you to be able to understand that, okay, what are Tia's strengths? Because through every activity, we will be also doing a debrief, and through that you'll get to know what is it that Tia is really good at. So I think it would be really helpful if both of you are there together, and we will also be, in fact, after able to illustrate Tia's strength and everything. We will also be sharing our feedback with her, for her, with both of you, and a plan based on her performance. That how can we go forward from here? How can we proceed forward? So it is actually really important for both of you to be there.
Okay, so ma'am, मैं एक बार देख कर आती हूँ, and I'll.
Sure, yeah, it's okay. We'll wait. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, you're back. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am actually is in the middle of his call, so
Okay.
अभी free नहीं हो पाएंगे.
Okay. Do you want to do this like after half an hour? I can, we can again come back in half an hour. When
हो जाएगा. Actually, टिया की एक और class है उसके बाद.
Okay.
हाँ, so it will be late.
Okay.
ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि can we start and he can come in between ऐसा.
Okay. Beginning में थोड़ा हम activity करने वाले थे. How much time will he take?
एक बार check करना पड़ेगा.
Sure. Yeah, it's okay.
ठीक है.
I'll wait. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh, hi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, sir. How are you?
All good, ma'am. All good. So do you actually need both the parents here?
Yes, actually, I was just sharing with your wife that there would be a lot of activities that we will be doing where both the parents would also be involved. And secondly, this is an opportunity for both of you to also experience the demo and see how we design the class, and we'll be highlighting Tia's strength as well. So it would be helpful if both of you are here.
You take my opinion, ma'am. This is a child's demo. I think she can take it better. I can join at the end, and I've already interacted with you in the beginning. So if it's okay, I can join back in some time. Is that okay?
I think I'm so sorry. I know, I might be asking you to stay for an hour, but it would be extremely helpful. So if you could join.
No, understood, ma'am. I'll be here. I'll be around.
Thank you so much. Maybe you can take a chair and be.
I'll still be sitting.
And I see Tia's sister also. Hi.
So yes, this is how Ishita convinced both the parents to join the session. What are the reasons? Number one, she talked about the feedback that she's going to share with the parents. Very important, The parents are like, okay, after the class, I'll get to know the strengths and areas of improvement of my learner. So that acts like a motivation for the parents to join the class. So first reason is detailed feedback. Point number two is that when you will attend the class, you will experience how we conduct our class, and it would help you to take your decision faster. And finally, the activities are designed in such a way that we require your presence. Teachers, kindly take a screenshot of this. Now, my question to all of you is, when the mother said that the father will not be available, Ishita mentioned something that, okay, in that case, we are going to conduct the class maybe what? Tabinda. Tabinda lowered her hand. Manmeet, please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
I
am here.
Okay, Tabinda, I'll come back to you. I've lost you in the pool. So Manmeet, please go ahead.
Yeah, at that time, she said we can reschedule the class after half an hour so that both the parents are available and we can continue with it. So that is what she said.
So teachers, remember, when you feel that, for example, the mother has booked a demo for 5 p.m. Okay, and at that time the father is in the office. During slot confirmation call only, you'll set the expectations that we need both the parents. And now the mother says, okay, 5 o'clock, but my husband would be in the office. He would be coming back at 8 o'clock. You can always give them the option of rescheduling the class. that no worries, ma'am. If your husband comes back at 8 o'clock, maybe at around 8:30, we can conduct the class. Don't say 8 o'clock. The father also needs some time to freshen up and everything, okay? Or you can ask them, what would be the comfortable timing for you? If not today, we can also reschedule it for tomorrow. That is one option that you can give the parents. Second option, for example, the father is working in Dubai. I'm in India, my son is in India, but the father is working in Dubai. In that case, the option of rescheduling the class is not going to work because we don't know when the father is going to come back to India, maybe within a month or a year or 6 months. In that case, any idea, anybody would like to tell me what you can do in this kind of scenario? When you know that the father is not in India or is working somewhere out. Tabinda, please go ahead.
Ma'am, we can ask them to join from this link only and join the Zoom class also so they can see as from their laptop and give their input from there.
Very good, but not from the Zoom platform because all the classes, all the demo and the regular classes are conducted on Planet Spark platform. Okay, a link is generated automatically. Once you pick up the demo and it is marked confirmed, a link is generated. You can always share that link with the father also. Virtual link. That is an option that can be given to both the parents. Correct? That okay, ma'am, you are here. Sir is in Dubai or Sir is in Jaipur, whatever may be the case, out of town, out of city. In that case, you can give the option of virtual link. You can tell them it's going to be a great time where again you all three can bond together. Believe me, not only learning, you are going to develop a bond with your kids also. So that is how you can convince them. It's 11:21. I would take 2 more minutes, teachers. Don't worry, I'll give you 10 minutes break exactly. Okay? But even after trying everything, maybe you tried to convince the mother, everything, but the mother is very adamant that no, 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 my husband will not be able to join, only I will be joining the class. In that case, teachers, you are allowed to go ahead and conduct the session with a single parent also. It's not that you're not going to conduct the session if only one parent is there. Then why are we asking you to give your 100% and try and convince the parents? That is because we have already seen. Most of you told me that your chances of enrollment would be higher if both the parents are there in the class. There would be no gap in taking that decision. Same goes with laptop also. You'll try and convince them to join with a laptop. If they don't have a laptop, maybe you'll ask them to arrange a laptop from their friends or something like that. But they say, no, ma'am, not going to do that. Then in that case, give them the option of iPad or a tablet. If they don't have an iPad or a tablet, conduct the class on mobile phone. You are allowed to do that. But why we are asking you to do that? The reason is, I'll be showing you this particular slide and then we'll go on a break, teachers. Here, summarize, explain the purpose of having both the parents in the demo. Try your level best to rope in both the parents. If not, give them the option of rescheduling or sharing the virtual link. If not, try to get both the parents, but do not cancel if one parent is present. You can go ahead and conduct the session when one parent is there. The reason is, we call it the success formula. Please take a screenshot of this, teachers. When both the parents are there in the class, when the learner has joined with the laptop, and if you have created a SparkX video. SparkX video, we are going to discuss in detail on day 4. We haven't discussed it right now, and we are not going to do it today. We are going to discuss it on day 4. If you make sure that these 3 things are there in your demo class, your chances of enrollment increases by 60%. That is why try your level best to get both the parents in the class. On this note, teachers, it's 11:24. Yes, you have some queries. I'll be taking up once we come back from the break. We are going to log out from this session link, immediately join the next session link, and our class is going to start at 11:35. 11 minutes of break today, 1 minute extra. Okay? 11:35, we are going to resume our sessions. So see you in the next session link, teachers. Take care. Bye-bye.